Welcome back. Welcome back to Math is Easy, step by step. All right, let's just dive right into it. Remember the question: x is less than 5, but greater than or equal to a negative 3. Let's break all this down now that we understand the inequalities. Hey, if part 1 video threw you off a little bit, go ahead, rewind it, watch it a couple of times. It will click with you, and this will start to really make sense. So I'm going to break down this inequality statement piece by piece. The blue section separated with the but in the black, and then greater than or equal to negative 3 in the red. So x is less than 5. What would this look like if we wrote it down? Well, we have the inequality symbol here. X is less than 5. Or, remember, if you took it and you flipped it over, that x would remain on the right side and the inequality would change directions. Well, you can write this either way. They both mean the exact same thing. X is less than 5, right? X is less than 5, or 5 is greater than that x value. Okay, but x is, right? So I'm trying to show you here that but is trying to say, hey, x is also, right? But x is also greater than or equal to negative 3. So I want to show you that here. I'm going to continue to move this. If I'm moving this too fast for you, go ahead and stop, pause, rewind, watch the video again as many times as you like. So x is greater than or equal to negative 3, right? Greater than or equal to negative 3. X is, right? X is, that's the but kind of represents, x is greater than or equal to negative 3. Greater than or equal to negative 3. Or, if you took it and you flipped it, you're kind of saying the same thing, right? Negative 3 is less than or equal to x. Now, if I took this section here, segment, geez, if I can get my tongue out of the way, I could talk and I would be dangerous. Watch out. All right. Negative 3 is less than or equal to x, and put that over the x, and then say less than 5. That's one way of saying negative 3 is less than or equal to x, but x is less than 5. Or take this x value here that's highlighted in yellow and place it over this x value. You can say 5 is greater than x, and x is greater than or equal to negative 3, right? So we're going to take one of these, put a combination by just placing the x value over the highlighted color, and we'll be saying the exact same thing, but in a full statement. X is less than 3, but greater than or equal to a negative 3. That's what we're shooting for. So let's combine both of these. Let me see, I'll bring that down a little bit here. Oh boy, it's going to be tough here to show both. But you can rewind these videos and take a look at it. So now we're going to combine each of these types to look like A, B, C, or D options from that first particular video, right? So here I'm just showing you we took that 5 is greater than x, put it over the x, where x is greater than or equal to negative 3, and we're combining them, right? If I took this and I flipped it over, you can see how the 5 would then be on the right side. The inequality would then be pointing in the left direction. The x is where it stays the same. The inequality points in the left direction, and then the negative 3 is here. So again, we're taking it and we're flipping it over, okay? But both of these mean the same thing. 5 is greater than x. X is greater than or equal to negative 3. Or negative 3 is less than or equal to x. X is greater than, x is less than 5. Or, remember, we could take the highlighted x, highlighted here in green, and place the x over each other, and you would end up with, let me just give it a quick look there. You would take both of these, place them on top of each other. Negative 3 is less than or equal to x. X is less than 5. And that's what I'm showing you here. So we can see here that negative 3 is less than or equal to x. X is less than 5. Or 5 is greater than x, and x is greater than or equal to negative 3. Are there any of these values you see on top between the two? And again, if you took this and flipped it, you'd end up with that negative 3 on the far right side. Inequality would point to the right. The x just stays the same spot as if you were to take x is less than 5 and flip it over. You can see that the inequality now changes directions and the 5 just stays where it's at. So are any of these any of the options that we had for A, B, C, or D? Now, if you didn't understand what I did by combining those two, please stop, pause, rewind, watch the video again. Watch the video again. It will help to clarify. So, in going over this, we can see that x minus 5 is greater than or equal to negative 3. Is that saying either of or of those x is less than 5? Or greater than or equal to a negative 3? Well, greater than or equal to negative 3, that's this, right? Greater than or equal to negative 3, okay. Okay, let's see here. Can you see how, if I took this value here, negative 3 is less than or equal to x. X is less than 5. Wait a minute. X is less than 5, but negative 3 is less than or equal to x. Okay, we're getting close. What if I took this and flipped it over? You see it here, right? You see 5 is greater than x, which means the same thing as x is less than 5. X is less than 5 is in our statement. Okay. And then if we look at this here, x is greater than or equal to negative 3. And in our statement, it says greater than or equal to negative 3. So this is the same as this. And negative 3 less than or equal to x is less than 5 is option C. So our answer is going to be option C. Our answer is option C. That is our answer. So let's take a look at this other one here. So negative 3 is less than or equal to x. Negative 3 is less than or equal to x. And x is less than 5. You see that here? So we broke it down using the top part highlighted in yellow. And then you can see the actual answers right here. And it follows for part C. Let's go ahead and take a look. Before I finish, I'd like to take a look at that test taking strategy we talked about earlier. So what you can do is, let's take a look at those options, right? Does option A and option B, they have a greater than or equal to, right? Greater than or equal to. They have that symbol in here. But x is less than, right? X is less than. Is there a less than in A or B? No. Cross it off. Cannot be A, cannot be B. Now let's take a look at C and D. There's a less than or equal to symbol, right? There's a greater than or equal to symbol. And there's also a less than symbol. And there's also a greater than symbol, right? So they got both of these inequalities, right? And I've already explained why it's answer C. But you can see why you want to eliminate A and B. They don't have both of these symbols in the answer options. That is your test taking strategy. Whoa, hey, we got a little shaking going on here today. I got to apologize for the shaking going on. That's the way you know you can eliminate A and B. Now you can just guess C or D. You got a 50% chance of guessing that answer right. If these videos have helped you, please like, follow, and share these videos. I appreciate your stars, your gifts, your tips. If I've helped you, please help me to continue to come to others and help them. Math is easy. Take it step by step.